Hello, beautiful people. If you think my hair is greasy, yes it is. Don't judge me. It will be washed tomorrow. Okay, today we are talking about the testimony of how I got into college. Now this whole thing, nothing that happened should have happened. I'll explain. And again, we don't believe in coincidences. We don't believe in luck. All of this, I believe, was God ordained and maneuvered. So let's start with the fact that I never wanted to study in South Africa. I wanted to study in England or Australia. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would come here. Not because it was like, ew, no. I just didn't want to. And also the musical theatre scenes in Australia and London are comparatively bigger in general. So, and I mean, I was in an Australian school, so Australia made sense. West End is in London, it made sense. But then stuff happened. We'll get into that into another video. This is not the video for that information. But the next thing that happened is that out of the 5 places that I applied for, Oakfields, Waterfront, and then 3 in Australia, I got accepted at Oakfields, Waterfront, and 1 in Australia. And the thing with Oakfields at the time, because we were not in a pandemic at the time, there was such a thing as no video auditions allowed. And then my mum emailed and said, here are the circumstances. She is a South African citizen and she cannot travel to South Africa in this time to audition. Even though they said no video auditions allowed. And then they came back and said, sure, we'll make an exception. Why? How? It doesn't make any sense. God ordained. So I sent my thing in and lo and behold, I got accepted. Again, something that is miraculously awesome because there would have probably been like 100 or something people that did audition for my year group 2018. And I was one of the 20 that got in. So that's incredible. Then I have an aunt that lives in Pretoria and they opened their home and said I could stay with him. So it's amazing that I could live with people that I knew. I didn't have to live in a commune or a res or anything, or live by myself, just moving here. Fresh little chicken from Singapore, not knowing anything about the culture, really. I mean, I had been here on holidays before, but it's completely different living somewhere than actually just holidaying somewhere. So that was that. And I mean, there is more to the story, but the other side of the story is that the other person who was involved with the story got exactly what they wanted for everything. It was just like the perfect alignment, and that in my head was like, oh yeah, this is confirmation that this is supposed to happen. But obviously it didn't. Well, not obviously, since some of you don't actually know me, but it is incredible how God used this whole thing to get me here. I wouldn't have chosen this place if it wasn't for certain things, but he put me here and I'm so grateful. I would not have met all the amazing people that I have. My college people and church people, my home cell people, they're my family, away from my actual blood family. So it's just beautiful. And I've learned more Afrikaans since I moved. I feel more like a South African now than when I moved here, so that's something incredible. And it's just the fact that everything worked out the best, what's the word? Best case scenario. Best worked and happened. That blows my mind. So if you are applying to college or to study again maybe, or even like a new job, just know that God already has the plans in order, and you can, you know, plan and do exactly what you think you should do in terms of like applying here and whatnot. But ultimately, God leads our steps, and sometimes it's exactly what we want, or it's something completely opposite to what we want. But either way, it's exactly what should happen. What happens is what should happen, and what He plans. His will always prevails over everything, no matter what happens. Even if you run away from Him, His will prevails. And mind you, at this time, when all of these things were happening and I was planning on moving here and starting studying here, I was backslidden, lukewarm, didn't ever read my Bible, never prayed, maybe like once in a blue moon, but nothing. And this whole thing, being here and everything that happened after that, I'm now closer to God. I'm not saying that a physical country or move will take you closer to God. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that He worked through everything. All the good, all the bad, all the ugly. And I'm very grateful that I'm here. It has shaped me. The people have shaped me. And I'm going to say I'm grateful again, and I'm just repeating myself, but it's the truth. And I hope that whatever plans you have and you have in your heart, just lay them down at the foot of His cross, and He will guide you and He'll tell you what to do. And just know that His plans are always so much better than you could have ever thought. And if you don't know Him, I pray that you do get to know Him, because He's so kind and He just wants the best for you. And I promise you that if you lay everything down, He will pick it up and turn it into something so beautiful. Enjoy the rest of your day and night. Stay blessed.